Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in that video today, and we are going to be going over the Rockets game as the Rockets take a tough loss on a back-to-back as the Rockets played a second night of a back-to-back in Boston after getting a big win in Chicago last night, 133-118, and a game where the Rockets competed in the first half, played good basketball. Found themselves only down 7, and going into halftime, they would fight in the third quarter to get the Celtics lead all the way down to, I think at one point they got it down to 3, or did they tie it? No, they might have tied it, but I think they got it down to 3 or 1 at one point. If not, they tied it. And then Jalen Brown went on a crazy run, hit a bunch of shots and ones, three-pointers, got the Celtics lead up to 11, and the Celtics just didn't look back after that. The Rockets were out of fuel, and they just got attacked after Jalen Brown's run. Everything was going the Celtics' way, and the Rockets were just getting outplayed in the second half. In the second half, the Rockets were outscored 70-53, so just a really, I wouldn't even say a bad second half for the Rockets, because it's not like they scored low points. I mean, 53 is kind of low, but it's not like it was in the 40s. It's just the Celtics were on fire. The Celtics are one of the best teams. I would say, if not one of the best teams, I would say the best team in the NBA, probably the best team in the NBA, and I was just impressed that the Rockets, they competed. They in the third quarter, they were fighting. The Rockets were trying to get upset. They were down only 62 to 65, I believe, with like 4 minutes to go in the third. The Rockets were fighting in this one. It just wasn't enough for the win. I know 102-126 doesn't look like a close game, but the Celtics just kept pouring it on in the fourth quarter. The Rockets were close. They were going into the fourth quarter down by 9. They just got crazy outplayed in this one. Let's go over the scorers. Jabari Smith had 6 and 9. What else for him? Anything else? 2 assists, two three-pointers. The Rockets went 14 for 45 from 3 last night. Last night they went 17 for 44. So two really decent games in a row from the Rockets from 3. KJ Martin had 17. He got the start tonight because Eric Gordon was out with load management. He had 3 rebounds and 2 assists as well, and he had a 3. Alperen Sengun with something tonight that I bet he will only do once this season, 0 points. He did have 9 rebounds, though. Only took 3 shots. Just, it wasn't really Alp's night tonight. He did have a steal, had 2 assists, 9 rebounds. But after Alperen Sengun arguably had one of his best nights as a Houston Rocket last night, had 25 points, 11 rebounds, and I think 6 assists, and a lot of steals and blocks. I think that, Alperen Sengun wasn't shooting the ball at all. He took 3 shots. So just a struggle for LP tonight. Kevin Porter Jr. coming off a great night. Last night had 36 points. He had a really decent game again. 22 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Hit 2 threes after a 6 3-pointer night. Was 4 for 5 at the line. So decent night from Kevin Porter Jr. And then Jalen Green, who went off in the third quarter, had 18 points in the third quarter, which kept the Rockets, in the game in the third quarter. And it was kind of like, it was kind of like once Jalen was out to start the fourth, the Rockets, they kind of got away from this ball game. But Jalen was really good in the third, with 18 points in the third. He had 28 in the game, hit 3 threes, had 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So yeah, that's really it for the Rocket starters. Our bench players, Bruno Fernando had 4, 2 for Garuba, 6 for Tari Eason. Garrison Matthews got some good shots up tonight, had 6. Josh Christopher went to the line in this game, only had 8 minutes though. He only made one of the free throws, had 1. And Ty Washington gets his career high 10 points. Really nice game from Ty tonight. He had 10 points, 2 3-pointers, his career high in 10 points, 5 rebounds, which might be his career high in rebounds, I don't know, and then 3 assists and 1 steal. So really decent game from Ty Washington. I think, with the way he's played the last 2 games, yesterday and today, I think, most likely Ty Washington has gotten his spot in the rotation. I think he's starting to get that trust from Steven Silas, so I love to see it. Deshaun Nix and Bo Bogdanovic were DNPs. For the Celtics, this is why I'm not upset about this loss, is because when you got 2 scores like Tatum and Brown, it's unstoppable. I mean, Jalen Brown scored 39 points tonight. Tatum scored 38. Besides that, Horford only had 3, 9 for Smart, 6 for Derek White. What else? Robert Williams had 11, 6 for Brogdon. I mean, there's just the depth of this team. You got to the point where this team, they got Grant Williams, Robert Williams, and Brogdon off the bench. And other guys like Sam Hosser and Luke Cornett and even Blake Griffin. I know he's old and doesn't play that well anymore, but a great player. So, yeah, Brogdon had 6. Robert had 11, 8 for Grant Williams, 3 and 3 for both Jackson and Hauser, and 0 for Noah Vonleh. And here's a weird stat. Over 100 threes were taken in this game. 101 threes. Rockets had 45. Celtics had 56. A lot of three-pointers taken in this game. Rockets shot 31%. Celtics shot 35%. So, yeah, that's really it on the video. That's really it on the post-game. I just think that I'm not upset about this loss. I know that the Rockets, they were in this game, but, it kind of fell apart, but we're playing the most talented team in the NBA, and not only are we playing the best team in the NBA, but this is on a second night of a back-to-back after really, really having a really hard game yesterday. I know the Rockets took care of business last night in Chicago, but I understand that we took business clearly, but Rockets played with a lot of energy last night. Had some players out tonight with Gordon, and I think KJ wasn't even 100% healthy tonight, and he still managed to score 17. And the Rockets were just, I don't know, it's just they were able to keep their energy up going into the third quarter. I just think fourth quarter came, I think the Celtics were ready to outplay them. But I was impressed how the Rockets kept in through 3 quarters and did a good job. The fourth quarter, they weren't there, and that's things you got to work on. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game tonight, and peace out. Go Rockets.